Linh-chan and Dimi-chan play games. Hello and welcome back, everyone.
Gotta retry this, this.
While Lynn is retrying to beat her foe, Mr. Yip Yip,
Mr. Fifth.
what was his name? I don't know, it doesn't matter. Today is Interesting Topic Thursday, so we thought we might talk about something a little different. So recently, Lynn has been making stuff on Etsy.
Oh.
And constantly, she wants to put our figures that we make on Quilled Figure Sundays. She wants to put them up on there because, like,
I want to sell them, and people have
asked
where we're selling them.
And unfortunately, she's not selling them because it is illegal to sell them because of something fun called copyright. So we figured we might talk about copyright today for Interesting Topic Thursday.
Yay!
So for those that don't know, whenever you see like a character or a piece of art or like a literary work or a piece of software, that all falls under copyright law. So basically, the author is someone who makes it, and the minute they make it, it's protected under copyright, meaning that no one else can copy them, and or if they do, the original author can sue them for money because they stole their idea, basically. So that might make you wonder, like, you see all this stuff on Etsy, like clearly Disney related.
Oh yeah.
Game related, anime related, and you must wonder, it's like, oh, they totally got permission, right?
Oh, and they make so much money off of it.
And then Etsy has like a stance that's like, oh, you're not allowed to put any copyrighted material, but they don't do anything to stop.
Yeah, they don't actively do anything about it.
So we thought it might be a good idea to talk about this just in general, because we feel like a lot of people don't even realize that they're breaking the law in a way. So anytime someone else created something, so for instance, Tetris. Tetris is a good example, actually. So this game has licensed Tetris specifically to be able to make it. So they asked the original creator of Tetris, or whoever owns it now, if it's all right for them to make a Tetris-related game. And the people who own Tetris, whoever they are, they said yes on condition that they get money. Fair and square. So Puyo Puyo Tetris makes money by selling the game, and they give a certain percentage of that to the Tetris company to license it from them. Now, when that comes down to things like Etsy, you see like a lot of, like, say, anime related merchandise, right? So chances are the stuff on there is not from the company that made the anime, right? It's just...
Oh my god!
You fail again?
Yeah, it keeps getting stuck.
You got this. It's a challenge. You must overcome it.
Seriously.
Yip,
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 I get it.
yip.
I lost.
Oh, his name is I, his love.
Oh my gosh. Alright. You talk and I'll concentrate.
Okay, sounds good. So basically, you have all this stuff on Etsy, and the people selling it don't have permission necessarily to sell it. But a lot of people think that whenever you make fan art, you as an artist are kind of protected as well under copyright, because you made your own artwork, or you made your own plushie, or your own crochet pattern. So therefore, you are also protected under copyright, which is true to a certain extent. Now, because you are basing it off of like another character, like say a Disney character from Frozen, or what's another example?
Cinderella.
Oh yeah, so like
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, that's a good one actually. So if you think that you're making like a Mickey Mouse thing or a Pokemon thing, and it's unique because you've done it differently, you're not actually allowed to sell that because it counts as something called a derivative work. And copyright law explicitly says that unless the author says otherwise, derivative works are just that. They're based off of the original, and by you making like a Cinderella plushie or a Frozen plushie or a Pokemon plushie, you are essentially riding on the coattails of Pokemon or Frozen in order to sell your plushie. Therefore, you're kind of cheating the original author out of an opportunity that might have been available to them. Long story short, most things on Etsy as a result are probably unlicensed and illegal. Like, the original author can come at any point and ask Etsy to take all those listings down. And worse, like what people don't realize is it doesn't usually just end there when money is involved, but also ask Etsy to give information about how much money was earned through those listings, which means that you, as the person who sold it, now needs to pay that author back licensing, which means that for, like, say you made $1,000 off a plushie, or I'm just using a plushie as an example, or off a print, or off of the sneakers, or whatever. Say you made $1,000, the original author can now ask you for that $1,000, which is as if you never made it. Plus, they might also ask you for all the fees that, like, your customers paid for it. So if you paid $200 in fees as well, you also owe those $200 in fees to the original author. Which brings up the question, like, hey, what do you want to do if you want to do this legally, right? So
You can't.
So yes, long story short, you can't. But there are ways to ask for permission to do things like this, and that's what it comes down to, is asking for permission. So oftentimes with like a smaller company, you can get away with doing like fan art and like limited merchandise of something, because in the end, it helps the small company because their name is not yet out there. So someone seeing your fan art may never have heard of the original, and as a result, goes out and seeks the original. So chances are, if there's like a small video game company that you really like and you want to do fan art of like one of their characters, all it takes is to just ask them for permission, and they will give you written permission to make a piece of art and sell it with their character, because they benefit from you doing that. You know, they get their word out and their name out, and you get to sell your art. So it's like a win-win situation. And oftentimes, like, you don't even have to pay for such a license. People are happy to let you do it because, one, they know you're not going to make $1 million off of it anyways, and two, they want their community to feel like they can be part of what they're working on as well. So it's like good PR basically to let anyone do stuff like that. Now, when you're a big company, it works a little differently, because you no longer benefit from someone ripping off Mario for the 700th time, for example. So what you do want is people to license from you and license properly. And you typically see these kind of licenses at like Hot Topic or...
Why aren't I winning yet?
Because you suck.
Where am I, like, what's my goal? Am I supposed to, like...
You're supposed to beat the other guy.
I'm trying so hard right now, like, it makes no sense. Look, I'm doing as well as I'm blocking him as much as he's blocking me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But
like, it's...
You just need to make good 4-column blocks, and then that adds 4 columns to his.
That's what I'm doing!
So you need to try harder.
Oh, I'm getting hot. My eye is really itchy right now.
Your eye is really itchy?
Yeah.
Here, let me fan
I
you.
don't think it has anything to do with it. I
It's just itchy.
think my allergies, like...
Well, let me fan you.
Oh, thank you.
You feel
Nice
good?
to have a husband sometimes.
Yeah.
Most of the time, actually. He takes care of you. Anyway, back to your story. I'm sorry.
Where was I?
Getting permission and paying all the fees and...
Oh yeah, so most of the time you see like Hot Topic and ThinkGeek, they often have lots of video game and anime merchandise that's like that they actually did ask for permission to do it. And the way they do it basically is they go to Nintendo and they say
Stop.
and they say, hey, we want to make like a Zelda themed backpack, for instance, and we think that we're gonna sell 10,000 of these in our first quarter, and you are gonna make this amount of money as a result of it. Let's negotiate a price, like how much percentage you're willing to share, you know? And then Nintendo then has a chance to say, oh, I think we should get a little more because you're probably gonna sell. You're not gonna sell as many of them, but you still looks like you're gonna sell them, and you have a business plan and all that. And we also want $10,000 up front to show if you're serious or not in this. And that's basically how it works. So as a small person making fan art, you can quickly see how it's near impossible to get anywhere in that kind of business. But it's not necessarily impossible. Like, there are times when someone has such a great idea that the company is open to hearing it, and then it works the other way around. They pay you for your idea, and then they make so much more money off of it instead, as it turns out. You got this. Look, yeah. Got it there. Now put it... There you go, attack after attack.
There. Gorgeous. What?
There you go. Sorry, I'm rooting for you right now.
Sorry, I'm concentrating so hard. My finger hurts.
Oh, that was a good one. There you go.
Shut up. Don't talk to me.
Beautiful.
You can always hold it, don't forget.
I don't want to do it. See? I don't know why it keeps like...
You press up.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I was pushing sideways for it to go on the side, and it just does that every single freaking time.
Too much sideways.
My finger hurts.
Oh, you're doing so well. What happened?
That's what I'm telling you. I don't understand anymore. See, look at my points. That's why I don't understand. Like, this game is rigged somehow.
Okay. We'll switch next round. Bye, everyone. Linh-chan, Dimi-chan, Linh-chan, Linh-chan, Dimi-chan, Linh-chan, Dimi-chan, Linh-chan, Dimi-chan.